Hey, what's up? I'm Roman Arcefis, and today I'm going to show you how to make a totally working high-gain amp in the Slate virtual mix rack. So before we start, for those of you who don't know, the Slate virtual mix rack is basically kind of an all-in-one solution for mixing. So it's a plugin where you can kind of open up different modules of equalizers, compressors, and well, anything you can think of. But mostly it has only kind of mixing tools. So it has no guitar amps, reverbs, delays, and all that kind of stuff. But the cool thing is that the algorithms of their saturation modules are pretty cool, and I kind of found a way how to make an amp out of it. Because basically an amp is like saturation and filters. Just a little plug before we move further. I've been a full-time music producer and mixing engineer for over 15 years. And songs I've worked on have millions of views and streams. I've made music for big YouTubers, movies, games, you name it. Throughout the years, I've learned so much about the craft, including lots of stuff you won't just find hanging around on YouTube. And I'd really love to share all that knowledge with you and help you out on your own musical journey. So if you're looking for mentorship, one-on-one lessons, or actual production work, be sure to click that contact link in the description and book a call with me. And now, back to the video. So here we are in Reaper, and first of all, I'll just show you what's going on here. This is the virtual mix rack. It's totally empty, so we're starting it from scratch. And because we need a cab for this, and there's no way we could like emulate it with this. I have the Ignite Nadir here with the ML Sound Lab best IR in the world loaded, because it's that good. And we'll use that as our cab kind of block. So first of all, what do we need? First of all, we need kind of the amp itself. And for that, I'll be using the London preamp. Because I've experimented with this for some time, and I just I like what this one does for heavy stuff more. Because I'm pretty sure there's no way to make all the other ones sound as a high gain amp. You could do some pretty cool fuzz tones here and there with some of them, and some low gain stuff. But for high gain, the London one is just like the ideal one. So let's just hear how it sounds just as it is. So at the moment it's just super clean, and we're just pushing it to maximum. So we're getting a little distortion. Yeah, but this is not what we need. So before we get anywhere further, we'll put two trimmers. This will be kind of the volume knob or the master knob of our amp, and this will be the gain knob. So just in case, we'll turn this one pretty low, just not to get deaf, and we'll turn this one pretty high. So we are getting kind of near amp territory, and now we can start just carving our input sound. For that I'll need the FGN. It'll be our first kind of filter, and after that I'll use the FGS because it's a little more surgical, so you can just like notch some frequencies you don't need and boost like tiny frequencies that we need. So first of all, I need more high-end information. And keep in mind, this is the input section. So this is basically our kind of tone shaping before the distortion. And after that, we'll also put some EQ plugins just to get the kind of the bass, mid, and treble knobs in an ordinary amp. So yeah. So we don't need like almost any low information in the input section, so we'll just go straight like this. We'll boost some 1.6, around 1.6. And also I'll use the line kind of for the first boost, so I'll get this gain a little down. Sounds like an amp already, right? We'll get out some more low information. Okay, and we'll start shaping the EQ section after the distortion, because now it's kind of really dark and doesn't really give you an idea of the final thing. So I'll start with the CS EQ. It'll go after the volume knob. And first of all, we totally need some high end. Some low end. Too much low mids here. Turn the volume a little more. Can add a little bite to the sound. And I would go a little surgical here. So can add a little gain. And now we're starting to get some noise here, so we need a noise gate. And happily, the virtual mix rack has one. Yeah, and we can also make the gain a little less because it's choking a bit. I'm also eliminating the low end a bit more. Because you see, this is a pretty complicated system, so it needs some fine-tuning here and there. But this sounds like an amp already. We can tweak it a bit more. But I think that pretty much everything after this step is based on your kind of feel that you want and all that kind of stuff. So I'm pretty sure that I already showed you everything you need to construct a high gain metal kind of amp in the Slate VMR. And again, if you need to check out the settings, I'll show them one more time. Then I'll just play a riff for you so that you can hear the sound of this amp one more time. And that'll be all for today. So here are the settings. And here's the riff. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's all for today. I really hope you liked this video and found it interesting, and maybe even you'll use this technique for your own stuff. So don't forget to like this video, leave a comment below, and subscribe to my channel if you are not subscribed yet. I'm Roman Arsafis, and see you soon.